Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here today for kitchen sink stamps and the Mod Squad challenge. I'm going to be making a card today using the classic old truck stamp set from Kitchen Sink Stamps, which features this awesome classic old truck. I'm showing you that each kitchen sink stamp that you order comes with a color ID film. This helps you to pick out the stamp ink colors that you'll need to stamp these images. When you get it, you might want to do this. What I do is I take the color ID film, turn it face down, and then I go ahead and match up the components to that color ID film. What I also am showing you is the stamp alignment guide. The stamp alignment guide is included in each stamp set and provides you with ideas and best practices for stamping the multi-layer stamps. If you're new to multi-layer stamps, I'd love to encourage you to give them a try because the end result is fantastic. It looks like you have a 3D photo, at least when you use kitchen sink stamps. It looks like you have a 3D photo that you took. Here again, I am putting the words and images on the color ID film. Okay, we're going to start our stamping now, and I am going to be using Bear in the Woods. I forgot to show you what it looks like, so here's a picture of it. And I'm just going to be using the woods part of the stamp set, and I'm just going to be inking this with various colors of ink from Catherine Pooler. I did put some Versamark ink on the stamp since it's the first time that I used it. Then I went in with my colored ink and I put down some Lime Ricky to start with. And this is for the first layer. For the second layer, you see how easy this is to line up. This SVG cut file definitely helps. All right, going to be using the Catherine Pooler ink. This stamp image is easy to line up. You just go ahead and line up the tree line at the top and the bottom, and comes together nicely. All right. The SVG files also really helps you to align things. Now I have the color Grass Skirt by Catherine Pooler. That's going to be my next to the last color. That's looking really nice. And then here's the final stamp. And I'm going to bring in some brown ink just to help bring out some of the details. So I grabbed my Altenew mini cubes and I grabbed Espresso. That's the color that I'll use for this final layer. It's a nice dark brown color. And there we go. Look at the depth and dimension that this provides. So realistic. The Bear in the Woods stamp set includes this bear. And I did stamp it out, although I did not use it on my card. It was already available from when I cut out my SVG, so I thought I might as well go ahead and stamp it. I could possibly use it on this card, but I decided not to. I can always save it for a future card. I'll just show you how it looks because it's really cool how it comes together. And I have these Altenew mini ink cubes that I'm using, and I'm using all the gray colors. So for the first layer, I used Silver Lake, and then the next layer, I used Cloudy Night, and then the next layer, I used Gray Dawn. And I have my Versamark ink that I'm using first just to condition the stamp. When you get your stamps and they're brand new, these are high quality photopolymer stamps. They have like maybe like a little bit of a film on them just from the manufacturing process. So using some Versamark helps with that. You can also use just like a regular eraser over top. And I'm making another bear using the same color inks. You could make a brown bear too. I'm just making mine sort of like a grayish black bear. The card that I'm making today with the classic old truck, I'm going to give that to my dad for Father's Day. I am going to make another card though for my husband. I'll probably use the bear and the woods, and I might use some of the other kitchen sink stamps that I have just to add some water to the scene. So you'll have to check out my future posts on social media to see how this card turns out that I make for my husband. Okay, this is going to be gray denim, the final color that I use here. I can't get over how realistic the bear looks. It does look like a photograph, you guys. Look at that. Amazing. Look at the trees. All right, next we'll move on to the truck. I stamped a couple classic old trucks just to get the hang of it and make sure that I was lining everything up right. When you work on multi-layer stamps, sometimes it does help to practice. Then when you go to use the stamps, you've got a little bit of experience with lining things up. Okay, so that was Silver Lake. So it's a lighter color, and it helps provide the wheels, the bumper, the inside of the truck. Next we have Cloudy Night. And this part of the truck with the gray colors has one more stamp that I'm going to use. And the color that I'll use is gray denim with Altenew. I'm sorry, charcoal soot. Using charcoal soot from Altenew. Use what you have when it comes to your colors. With your grays, you can always stamp off once or twice to get different variations if you don't have several different gray colors. Now we're going to get onto the main body. These are the red colors. And this first color that I'm using is sort of got a pink undertone from Catherine Pooler. It's called Samba, and I stamped it twice. Okay, the next layer, getting it lined up here. We're going to use Rouge from Catherine Pooler. You can see all those details coming out. It's really starting to take on that 3D appearance, right? And the next layer, I'm going to use Cranberry Fizz, which is a nice deep red color. I'm using the headlights, by the way, to be my main way to align for this part, and I'm using the stamp alignment guide that comes with your stamp set, making sure that I have everything lined up right for this very final piece. So you can see I'm just double checking to make sure I have this in the right spot. Using those headlights to make sure that I have it in the right place. And this is Rocking Red. Now I'm really pleased with how this truck turned out. It's got that nice 3D appearance, like it's just going to drive right off the page. Now comes the part where we assemble the card, and I am going to grab some ink and create sort of like a dirt road. So I used Catherine Pooler Over Coffee, which is what you see at the bottom of this panel. I just ink blended it with a domed foam applicator. Nothing fancy, just to make, like I said, a dirt road. Now I'm using my tumbled glass distress ink and a round blending tool. It's a nice round blending brush to create this cloud background. And the cloud stencil is from Kitchen Sink Stamps. I'll have that linked in my description box. There's a lot I could have done with this stamp, with this card. I could have maybe put some trees or other types of trees, but I wanted to keep it simple, making sure the focus stays on that truck. That when you look at this card, you just are really taken with that truck. For my sentiment, I chose Happy Father's Day. There's a lot of really great sentiments in this stamp set. I have a piece of acetate that I use before. The acetate helps me to line the sentiment up. I have Hero Arts black ink, and it's a really nice black ink for stamping. I like the way it looks. It's called Intensified Black Ink. Here we have a final look at my final card. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please give this a thumbs up and leave a comment below. What is your theme for your Father's Day cards? Are you making any? And if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you could subscribe. I do a lot of giveaways, so if you subscribe and click the bell, then you'll be notified of when I do my giveaways and do my live streams. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to head over to the Mod Squad Challenge and enter your card for a chance to win a gift certificate from Kitchen Sink Stamps for $25. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.